I was blessed with the ability to treat a kid with love and respect. And you know, the sad part is that so many kids, even today, do not have an arm put around them, do not get a hug, do not get spoken to in a nice way. Sometimes you have people that may say, hey, dummy, or which turns a kid off.
Welcome to Salem High's baseball field for Division I game between the Blackbirds of Keene and our very own Salem High Blue Devils. The NHIA and its member schools want to thank you for coming out to support our team today. High school sports are an extension of the learning experience here at Salem High School. Student athletes in front of you have worked hard all season in classrooms as well as at practice to be able to play for you here today. As we encourage them to demonstrate good sportsmanship, we should also like to ask you, our fans, help us make a meaningful event for our athletes by showing respect for your team, the opposing team, the coaches, and the officials. The umpires for today's game are Tom Morin and Tom Fisher. At this time, we'd like to take a few moments to dedicate our baseball field to the memory of Doug Cooke and his life's work. And at this time, I would like to introduce the Cooke family members. First person who will speak will be his daughter, Kristen Soule. Then will be his son, Kevin. His wife, Kelly, is also here. And I first want to announce, too, that unfortunately, Doug's wife was unable to make it, Pat, and their other son and nephew got stuck in Florida with a flight issue. So, without further ado, we'll have a few words from our superintendent, Dr. Michael Delahunt.
Okay, so thank you, first of all, for being here. I think it's a wonderful tribute to an incredibly terrific, wonderful, great man, Doug Cooke, to see so many of you gathered here this afternoon to see the dedication of this field. It's so heartwarming that a number of people from that many years ago would come here today to support his family and to honor Doug. And I think it's also interesting that we had this ray of sunshine as soon as Mr. Nsinga pulled the cloth off the memorial plaque. I think that's quite something. So I just wanted to welcome you all. All of you here know Doug so much better than I did. He had retired for 2 years by the time I came to Salem, but it didn't take me long to meet him and hear about him from him. He told me some wonderful stories about his years in Salem and his experiences and the wonderful people of this community. He loved this town, he loved Woodbury School, he loved baseball, he loved the high school students, he loved coaching, and I certainly have the fondest memories of Doug himself. But we'll hear from his family next, and I think I'll just introduce Kristen. So, Kristen.
Good luck, you guys out there. I brought my grandson with me here. He's 6 years old. I have a little note in here. Thank you, Owen.
Speak up.
All right. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you for being here, and thank you to Dr. Delahunt and the school board members that are responsible for this dedication, and my brother Kevin, who put all his hard work into it, and his wife for the support she gave him to travel back and forth from Cape Cod and get this beautiful rock that looks almost like the shape of our state, New Hampshire. And I brought a ray of sunshine from Florida. It wasn't here for long, but Dad was popping out on us. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my dad, a lot of things you might not know. Did you know he was an only child? He was an only child. And with that, he grew up and he decided to go on to mentor children, students, athletes. So many of you are here and have gone on to be lifelong friends for my dad until his passing. They used to come to Florida to visit. Very special, and I thank you all for doing that. My dad had a big heart, and I'm sure you got to know him whether you were in his English class, history class, he taught you how to drive, or you were under his coaching. Anyway, he's been a blessing to many of you, and thank you all again for being here. But I wanted to bring special attention to the year 1972, and so many of those players are here today. It was a very special year. Salem High went undefeated. I had some special memories that I'm sure you players did too. He used to tell the guys for incentive, if you win 3 games in a row, I'm going to cook you a spaghetti and meatball dinner. And that year, they ate very well. And he used to have the players over every Monday evening for a meeting, and I was a very lucky girl to be a part of that. And I want to just finish with being grateful for the time I was able to spend with my dad, caring for him the last 2 years. And we got very close, talking about everything from his time in Germany to Sanborn Seminary, to Woodbury, to Salem, all of it. And you guys are just a big part of it. And I want to thank you all so very much.
And now a few words from his son, Kevin.
Good afternoon. Great to see all of you here. First, I'd like to thank all the people that have made this dedication possible. The Salem School Board, Superintendent Delahanty, Athletic Director Scott Insignia, the maintenance crew, those guys are awesome. They do a great job. Linda Miller, with all she did for social media, you're wonderful. Thank you very much. My mother, Pat, who was, just behind us all the way, and it's so unfortunate that the pilot got sick this morning. My brother Eric, my wife Kelly, who puts up with me, my friends and teammates that are here also today. There's a bunch of people. Guy Trammell, Daryl Vartanian, Steve Miller, who isn't here today, he's in Florida, lucky, and Bobby Larson. Coach Ted Houlihan as well. And I'd like to thank the people at the Mackey Monument Company in Barnstable who were able to put together this pretty stunning piece of New Hampshire right here. I saw that rock and I said, that's it, that's Doug. Doug was an outstanding baseball coach. And he was the face of the program from the 60s, mid-60s to the mid-80s. In addition to his coaching duties, he was a teacher, he was an administrator, he was a driver ed director. Didn't teach me how to drive. He was the voice of the Blue Devil basketball and football teams. He was a mentor, he was a friend, a husband, and a father. He was a pretty regular guy. Speaking of that, have you been to Pika's yet? That used to be his hangout. My wife and I decided we needed to go out for some libations yesterday afternoon, and I had heard that Pika's was open again. It's pretty neat. In all of his roles, Doug was exceptional in his ability to develop relationships with his ball players and with the people that work with him and for him. He appreciated everyone, except for one certain umpire that kicked him out, and I will not tell you his name, but those of you that played for him know who it is. He had the really unique ability to make everybody that was surrounding him feel special. But it was his head coach of the Salem High School Baseball Blue Devils program that earned Doug his legendary status. He put Salem on the map as a perennial powerhouse and state championship contender. While the state championship eluded him, his 1972 team, which I was very, very proud to be a part of, finished the regular season with a perfect 17-0 record, although we did lose in the tournament. Doug had a tough time with the tournament. He did. But my brother and I, Eric, were very fortunate to be members on several of his most successful teams during his tenure. In addition to the Blue Devils, Doug coached Little League Baseball. He coached Babe Ruth Baseball. He coached in the Lawrence Police League. He has been inducted into the Salem High School Athletic Hall of Fame, the New Hampshire Coaches Hall of Fame, and the Manchester Union Leader Hall of Fame. Excuse me. I know this will work. His spaghetti suppers, which my sister mentioned, were legendary. As a matter of fact, he still owes us two from 1972. Yeah, we remember that. I don't know how he's going to pick up that tab. His ball players became family for life. They are still his family. Doug was grateful to have such an extensive network of friends and ball players, many of whom would make the time and the trip to see him in Florida in his later years. In the end, my dad was never about wins and losses on the field or off the field. He was about helping to mold the ball players and students that he coached and he taught. And he made them into citizens who have contributed greatly to their families, their communities, and to their country. All of you here today, and the many who were unable to attend the ceremony, the Cooke family sincerely appreciates your attendance and support in making this awesome day a reality. Thanks again, folks, all of you. Go Blue Devils!
Now everyone at this time, please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem and the showing of the guard. Thank you, and play ball.
So We want to thank you for being with us. This is Doug Cooke along with Paul Marasco saying hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be looking forward to next Saturday. See you later.